You look at this watch and you see who Lulu is. Uncompromising, wild, crazy talented. The Enigma to cover now, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Let's do it. I got mine here.
Yeah, these I was excited to get. Okay.
Mhm.
Shameless here, he introduced me to the brand owner, and you can say his name because I'm not.
Ulu Gadia, which I
That-
hope I'm saying right.
We see so many watches on a regular
Yeah.
basis, in and out, in and out, in and out. So I couldn't remember exactly which watch it was, so I wanted to keep that blindness because that's kind of what we're going to be doing with any of the other watches. But so I emailed the owner, and we spoke a little bit, and I told him that was the plan. I was going to try not to look, but about 2 hours later, I was like on the website checking it out.
Tried your best.
I
Truly.
tried. I made it like 25 minutes, but I noticed so many great things.
Yeah.
And some of the things that I didn't like, but I'm going to let you go ahead and get into it. I mean, you've already reviewed it, but I'll let you go ahead and
Yeah, we start with the dial. I mean, because that's obviously the first thing that comes out to you. And I agree. This was a watch I was so excited to see in person. And Ulu is a great guy, the founder of this company, and he's so passionate. And looking at the mock-ups, which I could tell he was doing a lot of virtual mock-ups, and the real watch, you didn't really have a great idea of exactly what it was going to look like. And so I remember it getting delivered and me just being like, thank goodness it's so beautiful. Because there was a lot here that could have gone south. A lot of risky design decisions.
Yes, I agree. He did. He took some risks here, and it paid off. I think. It paid
Yeah.
off.
And I think it made it to where if he doesn't take a lot of these risks, it becomes potentially a more forgettable watch. It loses its charm a little bit. A big thing to start with too, this is a big dress watch. Easily the biggest in my collection. And I've seen some people go against that, but I'm like, I think that really helps the Enigma stand out as a really unique watch. I do think in the future, it would make sense. We've talked about that. We'll talk about this and why this watch cannot have a 9 series Miyota movement, but a more compact version of this watch would make sense in the future. I wouldn't buy it. I would stick with this one, but I do know there's a market for it.
Yeah. There is a lot of people that's going to be asking, why isn't it smaller? Why can't you get it in a smaller size?
Why isn't it thinner?
What is this one?
41 by 13.5 is what I believe it is. This is a 100-gram watch with the strap. Not super heavy.
Yeah, I mean, for the size of it and everything, that's not bad at all for a dress watch. And there is so much that you notice right off the bat. You have the dial, like you said, you notice the dial right off the bat, and it has the small dial, and it's offset up because the actual case is bigger. And I think that's a really, really cool design element. You know, it almost makes it look almost like a regulator, where everything's kind of off. You've never seen a place back like that. Anyway.
Nope.
Never,
So badass. And we did talk about the dispersion of information here, and you brought up a really good point that I couldn't stop thinking about, where things should be. And one thing you brought up that I think I could say could be improved on this watch is the black text on the bottom of the case back above the serial number. You have identical information to what you find on the faceplate.
Yeah.
Which is a little excessive.
And it says the exact same thing. And let me just say, I'm not a huge fan of faceplate or the plates and stuff like that. I do sometimes like it on the case. This one I loved. I love the plate at the bottom. I think that the information should be different.
Yeah, you go to the back plate again, and on the top you see Enigma limited edition, and you also see your serial number on the bottom. That would have been so cool in the plate. Either, like I said, take out Ottawa from under the logo and maybe put assembled in Canada or assembled in Ottawa, and then getting the serial number or limited edition. I think getting the serial number anywhere where it's like, I know I just did a Gustav and Sea watch, and there's a limited edition one, and on their exhibition case back, they engraved it on the Miyota rotor. I'm like, that's badass. I love putting it random places where you wouldn't normally see it. Yeah. Putting it on the faceplate would feel so exclusive. And again, we are nitpicking. The faceplate is a win, but boy, it could have been unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. My opinion on it, I love that it has Enigma.
Yes, don't take that out.
This is where you would put Ottawa.
Yes, I agree.
I would put Ottawa here. I would put limited edition and a serial number. And
that would be so cool.
That's it.
I don't care about the water resistance on a dress watch. I don't care. Not relevant to me. This is not going underwater. So
no, nobody going to church and then jumping in the pool.
Exactly. That should be like the Seco Passage catchphrase.
Restaurants have pools, so
it's very true. I mean, Vegas excluded.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing this in Vegas.
I avoid that place like the plague. I'm close. And we talked about this movement. This movement, I didn't criticize it in my review. I did say I think some people at the price point are going to expect a little bit more than an 8 series Miyota movement. But you brought up a great point that if you want the sub-dial seconds hand, which this watch very much needs, then you're a little bit limited.
When you're designing a watch, you want to know how you're going to lay out your dial. Determines what movement you're going to get. So, like, you want a small seconds at 6 o'clock with a Toledo, you're going to get SW 260, 261. And that's the one you got to go with. So, going with that, he had to, if you wanted a small second hand, because there's nothing available in the 9 series. He would have to modify all of the movement.
How expensive is that? Because I see a lot of brands do that. Like, I know Sega Design just customized the 9 series. I've seen a few brands, especially the 9 series, I've seen get customized, but it's not been for a small seconds hand.
If you're modifying just like the date wheel, having like a loom date wheel.
Some nice screws.
Yeah, the blue screws. That's all upgrade. That's normal stuff. But if you're completely redesigning
the architecture,
that takes quite a bit. And I've never priced it personally because I've never designed anything like that. I so badly want to design a regulator. That's one of my
that'd be cool
bucket lists. And I want to do it because mostly they're dress watches, the regulator. And I want to do a sports watch. I want to do a sports watch regulator so bad. But man, I don't know how to make it look. I've been trying, but I haven't been able to design one yet. So yeah, I really couldn't tell you how much that would cost. But this doesn't bother me. This doesn't bother me having the 8 series in. It is a dress watch. You're not using this as a tool other than, hey, it looks freaking great. And it does. It looks phenomenal. If you look at the minute hand just touches the minute markers as it sweeps around. And that's all done by design. He designed these hands. The hour hand, it just matches up with the 12 perfectly at the bottom of it. And you brought up the other numbers. Why don't you talk about that?
Yes, the other numbers are intentionally supposed to kind of give a sense of chaos, non-symmetry. The 12, the 2, the 4, the 8, and the 10 being the only ones where you get to see numerals. Wherever else, the 1, 3, 7, and 11, you have just indices. And also the numbers change in direction. They change in connotation, I guess you could say. And it's all supposed to reflect the story of the watch, which is that this is moving on from a difficult point in life where things in the future are very cloudy, very uncertain. Nothing in life is symmetrical, is normal. It's all unpredictable. And this watch is supposed to really reflect that.
And he nailed it, man. He absolutely nailed it. The next thing is the crown. I like the design of the crown. I like the way the plate goes in and out and the crown stays still. But that is how you change the time. And then you just push that plate in. Everything on the crown stays the same.
So really satisfying. And that was a
Very
design thing, the guards especially. I remember the first time I saw a mock-up, I was like, does this watch need that? Would it be better without it? And then you get it in person and you're like, that is just the most charming thing. Makes you embrace the push-pull crown, because it wouldn't work if it was a screw-down crown, but you're like, I don't want that guard not to be here.
I've never been a huge fan of guards like
Me
this,
either.
you know, like on a Cartier. I think it works a little better on this because it's at 4 o'clock or 4:30, it looks like.
Good point.
I love a barrel case, perfectly round case, bracelet coming into it. So it almost looks like two different pieces. You know what I mean? So whenever you add that crown, it kind of gets in the way of that. It's like, even on the iconic, the Halleck line, like just having the crown guards how they are, like if I could go back, I would do it a little different. A little bit more like Oris, where the crown guards are screwed in, and it looks great. And a lot of my inspiration came from Oris. Let's go ahead and get into the Lugs.
Yes.
I absolutely love this design.
They are great. The bone-like structures.
I have wanted to design like this for a long time. The Halleck line original, very rough sketch had lugs like this. I was trying to figure out a way to integrate it and make it to where you could swap out strap and bracelet, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to work out. He got it to work out, and it looks great. He nailed it, and I love it. I love the design. It gives you that barrel case, puts that almost bone-like look, like you said, on the ends. It just came out perfect. And the way that the straps look,
I love it. Front and back. The way it connects in the back is awesome. You get that little sliver of rose gold. It looks awesome. This has to have been the biggest design risk Ulu took. It sticks out. We talked about it. I'll try to be as nuanced as I was last time. But I remember the first time I saw this watch, I was just like, ooh, those lugs are a choice. I'm trying not to be immature right now, what they look like. And I got the watch in person. And the biggest thing is that they're flat. They're not rounded. And I thought they were going to be fully rounded. And on the sides, they're flat. And it makes them look really, really nice. And then that's when you kind of see that it's all around the functionality of the lugs themselves and the silhouette of the watch, which is why Ulu made them. He wanted the watch to have a distinctive silhouette, which is something you can relate with and iconic because you accomplish the same thing. The one to look like bone joints where two bones meet, like right here in your elbow. And that's also supposed to represent just the meeting of 2 points in life and moving on. And I think it's a brilliant design. I've seen the comments about what it also looks like, and I don't think it's a big deal. I think you have to go for it. Who cares? You know, some things are going to look a little bit awkward, and I think if he doesn't do this and this watch is just on normal lugs, so much of it is lost. And that really is the theme of this watch. So much about it is there's so many little things, some bigger than others, where you're like, man, that was a risk, but if it's not there, I don't know if everything else works. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, everything was thought out. Now, getting to the biggest thing for me, I am not strap guy. I was a bigger guy. As you can see, I just had it on, and this one did fit me. It's on the last thing, but typically straps don't fit me, so I just never got into it. I never learned about them, don't know much about them at all. I know with rubber, FKM is the way to go, and leather, genuine, of course, you know, all that. I do not like these straps. I don't know if they're quality or not, because like I said, I don't know about it. I know it is genuine leather.
It's top layer leather is the phrasing they use, which I read about that. It means when they cut the leather to make the strap, they're using the top layer and that they put that aside. And apparently that's what's used to make this. To me, I was like, does that just mean the top layers leather? But no, apparently it means it's like the nicest leather. I think I agree with what you're saying. I'm more of a strap person, especially on dive watches. Give me a stainless steel bracelet. Everything else, give me leather. I can understand that entirely. My biggest thing is I've had a hard time understanding how nice the strap is with the butterfly clasp. I'm just not used to it. It sits so different on wrist that it's not being stretched, which I guess is a good thing. It looks like day one. It looks so good, including the holes because of the butterfly clasp. They don't really get anywhere. So that's nice. But when I'm like typing, I'm feeling this, like I feel with a stainless steel bracelet, which I don't love, but it does help it sit nice and planted on wrist. But I also struggle with being like, is what I'm holding super high quality, or is it just feel like it?
To me, it feels stiff. One thing about it though is that whenever you put it on, it quickly goes away. You know what I'm saying? Like you stop feeling it. It almost feels like you're not even wearing a watch.
So comfortable.
Once you wear it for about 5 minutes, you can barely even feel that it's there. It's nice and light. And I guess that is one good thing about the stiffness of the strap is that it does hold a shape.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to stretch and pull.
Exactly.
So in that way, I can see it being pretty great. And I don't know, the more I've messed with it, the more I've liked it. It does feel better and it does look better now. It
grew on me as well. When I first got it, I was really just struggling with the setup, and I didn't feel like I could find a hole that I liked. And at the same time, I was like, it's so annoying at the time to change. I was like, I'm just getting over it. And also, you better like this strap, because the lugs are so unique. So I was like, oh, I hope I end up liking this. And then it really ended up growing on me. I really like it now. You are getting your own Enygma, and you're getting the stainless steel version. I'm excited to see that. Super excited. Yeah. That one looks very interesting. It's kind of like vintage styled to me.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait till you get that.
How can you describe that one?
I don't even know, because it looks thinner.
One, it's just so classy and classic.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the domed sapphire.
Yep.
Which adds so much class.
Protection, thank God. Because the only bad thing about forgetting, I agree, when you strap this thing on, you forget how big it is. You forget that the strap was a little bit stiff before you put it on. And the only bad part is I have smacked this thing against a few things. Oh my God, this watch has been through some stuff. Nothing. Especially on the crystal, because I just flat smacked it where I'm like, no. Nothing.
Yeah, it takes
absolutely nothing.
Lot.
This is sapphire.
It takes a lot to damage the crystal.
Another thing to quickly touch on is that bottom circle, because it really changes based on each watch. The one you have, the darker blue, it's a lighter blue there. On my light blue example here, it's gold and white, and it completely changes the look of the watch. And it's so cool.
Yeah, because I think I'm getting that dial on the stainless steel. Is that right?
I think that is what you got, which is, to me, that's such a good combo. That was like what I almost got.
But then again, also, the difference between the rose gold and the stainless steel is night and day too. I mean, I actually feel like this is a little dressier, the rose gold. And I see this going out to dinner or church, whatever, a lot more than I see the stainless steel. However, that one's just as, I mean, it's crazy. It is. It's still really dressy and classy, but for some reason, I feel like the rose gold is a little bit more.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Like for this watch, I remember when Ulu initially contacted me and offered me an Enygma, I chose the one you're holding. And the biggest reason was like, I have so many watches in this light blue. So I was like, let me get something different. And then I chose the rose gold because I'm the same as you. I normally don't like rose gold. I have one rose gold watch, maybe. It's a GA 2100 that's customized. I was like, it's different. It looks way better. My favorite dress watch in the world is the Presage. I just think it's the most perfect watch and it's affordable. And I love the rose gold ones. And so this one gave me those same vibes. I was like, screw it. Let me go for the rose gold. I am so glad I did. This is a warm, really vintage looking rose gold. And the way that they match it everywhere is seriously impressive. The plate matches perfectly, the hands, the indices, it's all the same shade, which is something you worry about with these colors.
Yeah, because a lot of times the indices, because the size and everything can really change the look of it a lot. Yeah, I can't wait to see the stainless steel version.
I'm so pumped.
In person. It's going to be cool. They nailed it either way. And like you said, these are limited edition to how many per?
250 of the leather strap version and 250 of the stainless steel. They have different names and everything.
Yeah.
So that's the way he's treating that, which is really cool about microbrands. This is a dress watch. If you're a loom guy, I don't think this is the watch for you. The two-tone's cool, but it's not strong. just like if you're going to church and then going swimming, what are you doing with this watch? If you're going camping with Enigma, I worry about you. You should have a Casio for that or something.
Yeah, I worry about you.
I do, my man. It's a lot of nitpicks. This watch was given an A, and to this day, about a month later, I just did a short. It would still be an A. I freaking love this watch. It gets a lot of attention on wrist too. A lot of attention, if that's your thing.
I give it as close to an A as you can get, but still in the B plus category. I wish there was different information on this.
Yeah, now that we talked about it, I couldn't stop thinking about it the other day. I was like, God, it would be so badass if the plate said something that was exclusive to your example. Man, would that make the watch feel special?
Yeah, it doesn't mean water resistance. That plate is a special plate. So it should be represented by special information.
It's so true.
All of the information that is on the back, you don't need that on the front plate. Still, and everything that's on the plate is back here. So it's just a huge, huge missed opportunity, to make something really good, great.
And I think it also just shows how hard it is to design a watch. I think it speaks to the designer Ulu is, because you look at this watch and you see who Ulu is. Uncompromising, wild, crazy talented, and extremely, I almost want to say a visionary, because he just does so much stuff here where I'm like, you didn't get that from anybody. You came up with this on your own. I don't know how, but you did. Because I think what you see on the plate is almost the same part of your brain that made the decision around the logo at 12 o'clock. Just the typography, whereas really where everything was missed here.
Absolutely. And yeah, like you said, the logo, just the flame, it's all he needed. The Ottawa, I would have put that on the back. See, because I'm a big advocate for branding. I don't think that there can be too much branding. I'm always like on the dial, on the back, on the crown, on the flat. Because it's your brand. You're trying to get your brand out and known and noticed. So you want somebody to see that logo from any angle that they're looking at the watch. I know there's a lot of people out there that's like, oh man, that's overkill. Why are you putting that many logos on there? And your
Rolex does it. There's Rolex everywhere on the watch. It's inside the clasp. So obviously it's not a lack of clasp.
It's around the tassel.
Yeah, it's around the inside the dial. And that is going to do it for episode 2 of What's in the Box. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And as always, thank you to Acizem for providing these enigmas for us to take an in-depth look at. I'll leave the enigma linked in the description along with the discount code. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future What's in the Box episodes, which includes a look at the first ever watch from a brand new microbrand, as well as a microbrand that I think all of you have heard of, Christopher Ward. So I'll see you guys all again for those videos and much more. But until then, Shameless Watch Collector, signing out. And always remember, it's not that serious.